Right, I am recording, so where I basically said that I was doing some videos in a row, I have. This is the second one in a row, but I've still got 4 more to upload. Yes. And the purpose of this vlog is about politics a little bit, because basically I've turned the TV on this morning, and some of the back pages of the newspapers are talking about the Queen, and 10 days basically until it's all been voted for, in terms of should Scotland move away from the UK, basically, yes or no? Should they basically be an independent? It's as simple as that, you know. And I do vote. I vote for Labour. I'm not much of a political man, but I do vote so that if I've got something to say, I can say it, and so on. And it's made me wonder: is it a good thing, or is it a bad thing for Scotland to want to go off on their own, basically? I don't personally know. Being English, being born in England, it would be assuming, like, yes, let them fuck off, and then if it all goes wrong, don't let them back. That's what some English people might think. I don't really know. And one of the things is, and I'll say this because I'm partly Scottish, I know what people are thinking. You're born in England, how can... Right. I'm not going to give my whole life story, but I have some family who were born in Scotland. My dad... I think something's come through the post, so... Wait there for a minute. Right, I'm back. I do have post, anyway, I'll get it in a minute. So very simply, my dad was born in England, but his mum was born in Scotland, and therefore have also got a Scottish family, because I've got uncles, aunts, cousins that were born in Scotland. Oh, pardon me. They were all born in Scotland, and therefore makes me partly Scottish. My dad is half Scottish, but I'm obviously a little bit Scottish, you know, because of my aunts, my uncles, and my cousins that were actually born up north, yes, and things like that. Some of them live in Denny, some of them live in Aberdeen. So yeah, and that's why my last name is Wallace. But basically, it does make you think about all the changes that would happen should Scotland basically go off on their own. It'll practically be they are their own country. They would have everything that should be done by them. So it's almost like, as some comedians will say, you're going to another country. So you probably look at it by, yeah, England is a country, but you probably think when you come to the UK, it's almost like saying, I'm going to Great Britain, I'm going to the UK. I'm not necessarily going to worry about going to another country, because it's almost like one big country. It's almost like that thing. But you think of that when you go to Scotland, it'd be like Ireland, because Ireland's nothing to do with us. So you'd almost imagine that you go to another country. So, but I'm in England, and I'm saying, going on a holiday to another country. What one's that? Anywhere in the UK? No. Why? So if you say you're going anywhere in the UK, that would include Wales and Northern Ireland. But you might say, no, I'm going to another country, and that's going to Scotland. Ah, you go to bloody Scotland, are we? Yes, because obviously that's what it is, and certainly other things would change as well. Like Scotland would have to then participate in pretty much the Olympics by themselves. So I won't be expecting the UK to be represented by Scottish people, because again, own country, they get represented by themselves. Possibility of the Eurovision Song Contest, that's the one I'm most looking forward to, because we might then have another country to actually participate. And that will be interesting to imagine that Scotland are their own country, so they've got their own. We want to be in the Eurovision Song Contest. You will be, but Ireland, Scotland, and then of course UK. So how interesting would that be? To imagine the differences and things like that. And I'm going to leave on this one, even though this is pretty much mostly Scottish, mostly about Scotland and things like that, and talking about other things. I mean, I mean, is it a good thing or a bad thing? I mean, most people can comment and they have their own way about it. I don't know whether it's a good or a bad thing. There's all the weighing options. I haven't really checked to put on it, but I think maybe, in my view, I'd like them to stay as the whole of the UK. But then again, even if they do go their separate way, it's up to them. It's their choice. If it goes wrong, then we can say we told you so. It was gonna mess up, and it can do. But I want to leave on this one because it's a bit of a football related thing, basically. Lorraine Kelly, who supports Dundee United, yes, Lorraine Kelly, and she's Scottish, was actually commenting on one of the newspapers, the back of one of the newspapers today, as I got up, because she was looking at the newspapers, and that's where I got what it is, 10 days until the voting for this political thing. And she put, basically, looked at the back of the newspaper, I think it was a Daily Record, which went on about Scotland losing to Germany. But it did make me laugh a bit when she said, Scotland are better than Brazil. And I'm thinking, and you probably think, well, how do they work that one out? Because she said Germany beat Brazil 7-1. Germany only beat Scotland 2-1. Scotland didn't let many goals in. Haha! It made me laugh. I'm thinking, way! Now, that's a good one, Mrs. Kelly. Yeah, that's a very funny way of putting it. But then again, that's debatable. Because then again, if Scotland was to play Brazil in a friendly on, say, or in, say, a week and a half time, it could be different. Because Scotland might lose to Brazil. They might. But I do admit, I did watch the game and I thought Scotland put on a brave performance. They didn't do too bad for my liking. I know they lost, but they did better than expected. So, and that's considering, although I would like to have seen them actually win the game, considering that Germany did not have all of their star players out. Some were injured and some have now retired. So, there you go. But I thought I'd talk a little bit about Scotland and give a little bit of some of the things that would change, you know, obviously, or expected to change, should they go off on their own, you know, in this political voting, because again, it won't be the case of that they should be in the UK for the Eurovision Song Contest. It should be their own. Just like Ireland, Scotland should be there. Same as some other things. They shouldn't have to have the backings of the UK, because it would be like, because they do that in many sports anyway. You've always got many sports where they've got their own countries participating, like they do that in the Commonwealth Games. Why can't we do that in the Olympics? You know, it shouldn't. You know, I don't understand why they always use Great Britain as a country in the Eurovision, when technically it's like you could have Wales, England, Scotland and Northern Ireland participating. But if it ever works out like that and Scotland do become their own country, basically away from the UK, then yes, Eurovision Song Contest should all be about having Scotland as their own. Yes, and then it won't be. And then will it be a laughing stock? Will it be a laughing stock to the UK? I don't know. I don't know how that. I don't know whether it would be or not. It'd be interesting, but who knows? Anyway, I'll leave it there. So bye for now.